All right, so we are here on our final Road to Delphi prequel one-shot before the start of Blood and Ichor on the 22nd of February. We have our most recent addition to the campaign is Alexon, played by Noxus. This is his, I guess, trip to Delphi is how these one-shots have worked. They're on YouTube. If people need to watch them, we'll put a link and everything in like a post after this so people can go and watch his little journey. And then the start of the session on session 1 will be them actually reaching Delphi and all that sort of stuff. With these one-shots, how we've worded them is that they are essentially like prophesized by someone, so that if something happens in this one shot that is really, really shit or really, really bad, the player themselves can decide if that is going to be their like canon thing. So say there's the whole point of this is, though it is lore for the character, it is also not set in stone, and the player may change from here and fix things or whatever. If they don't like how their character is working in it, shift it, change voices, change classes, whatever. And so this is sort of a test just as much for the player themselves as it is to see how their character goes. So with this, Alexon has just recently left the Ashen Fissure in search of the going to Delphi, given advice from a friend of his, who we won't go into too much detail of. Having left the Ashen Fissure, it sort of enters into a very big desert wasteland just outside of it before you get to the normal part of mainland Greece. This is all very, very unfamiliar to Alexon, as this never existed during his time. And so to have climbed out of this place that he's never seen and walk into a climate he has never been a part of is a bit thrown. And as he like enters into this arid sort of wasteland, the heat is very much uncomfortable. The sun he's used to, but there's a heavy haze through the area, and you can sort of see what seems to be like something of an oasis up ahead. And I will let you go from there.
So you said the longest one was 45 minutes. I might just sit on this rock for 45 minutes before we start.
You would.
So Alexon, he continues his journey. In his mind, he's just kind of like cursing at the turtle friend that he met very recently. He's just like, he didn't even give me fucking instructions, and he said he'll come back in a week. Fucking useless creature, whatever he was. But he was nice. Anyways, this place is way too hot for what I'm wearing. And he's gonna take off his like wolf cloak, and he's just gonna tie it around his waist. He's like, this is not comfortable right now. And he will continue walking. He's not really too like careful of like things attacking him or anything. He's just thinking, okay, this is just what this area looks like. I just need to cross through. And he's sticking to the path most traveled by looking at the indentations on the floor and figuring out where the road is as he continues walking.
Excellent. Yeah, you make your way around. You see it's, again, very unfamiliar territory as you sort of move through this like dirt, like mudded path over this sort of very brittle terrain. You can see up ahead there seems to be a river.
How long has it been since I left the fissure?
For you, it's probably been about a day. You've probably been walking for about a day. So you're quite parched at this point.
Cool. All right. He will start making his way down as carefully as possible if there is a path.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Reach the river.
Cool. So you come up to this river. Can you please give me a what is it? Insight? I think it's insight.
Instinct.
Instinct. Yeah. I just did 3 hours of D&D. It's gonna fuck with me a little bit.
It is a 12 with fear.
Nice, total fear. So you walk up, and you sort of just like you see this like river has this unnatural sort of heaty haze moving through it. But more importantly, as you're sort of walking up towards it, you can just see in the peripheral of your eyes to the right one skull just sitting on the shoreline, just sitting there.
Uh, he wouldn't take too mind of that, considering what he feels like he just exited through the worst place imaginable. So for him, he's like, all right, cool, just a cool skull. He'll start taking his clothes off a little bit for a little bath.
Nice, cool. Yep. So he strips off, lowers yourself into the water. You notice this water is almost like a sauna as such, not too hot by any measure. But as you step in, you feel like a strange crunching underfoot.
He'll take a look to adjust himself.
And down, you see that there seems to be the odd bone here and there. You can see them. The water, though it has this heaty haze, is visible, and you can see, yeah, like humanoid-looking bones just sort of scattered here and there throughout the water.
Must have been a terrible war that happened here. It has been very long, so I guess it's what it is, right? And he'll start adjusting his butt just a little bit so he doesn't poke himself in one of the bones and just relax. He doesn't even have a sword right now. His sword is to the side, and he's just taking a little nap in the water.
Yeah, no, perfect. Some time passes by. You basically relax in the water. There is no sound or movement around you at this point. Seems like for what it is in the desert, it's a very peaceful little environment. Besides the bones, of course. A couple hours pass. You feel pretty good. You gain yourself a hope from this nice little rest that you have.
All right.
You're like, I want to spend the 45 minutes sitting here in the water.
I'm so tempted. Cool. While he's in the water relaxing, though, he will like pick up the bones and start examining them. He's seen interesting creatures since coming out of the Ashen Fissure, which he wasn't aware existed in this world. So he's very curious about the state of the world right now. And he's just like picking up random bones to see, okay, are they humanoid, or, oh, cool, this is a different shaped skull that I've never seen before.
Yeah, okay. So you're looking at the bones and whatnot. Give us an instinct as you sort of look into these bones a little more.
Jesus, what's with the fear, bro? 13 with fear.
13 with fear. Cool. So you sort of glance over some of these bones collectively. You notice that there seems to be a lot of like breakages on them. Like they're shattered in a lot of different spots. You see teeth marks, like indentations of teeth marks on the bones, but they're quite thick, blunt teeth marks. Doesn't seem to be any like sharp incisions on them or anything. But yeah.
He smiles a little bit. He remembers what now is eons ago in his mind. A battle with a wolf that he had a long time ago, and he just looks at some of them and he goes, "Some great beast it was for sure." As he plucks it back into the water and continues his bath, and if it's been a good enough time, he starts getting out of the water. He's like kind of like sitting butt ass naked on the stone to like dry himself a bit.
Yeah.
And once that amount of time has passed, if nothing happens, he'll start wearing his clothes.
Yeah. No. Again, nothing happens. It's relatively peaceful here. You start to reclothe yourself and move back up onto the riverbank.
He will probably go pick up that skull bone and then chuck it into the water as well, but after giving it a good look.
Cool. You head over towards. You're also more than welcome to move your character as you wish. You walk over, pick up the skull. You see this skull seems to have like scorch marks on it, as if being exposed to fire.
Can I use my experience keen eye and just give it another look to see how recent this was, if this is from ages ago, or did like something that scorched it instantly turned it into what it is right now?
Yeah, 100%. So what kind of roll would you like to make? You're using your thing, of course, but what kind of roll?
Instinct.
Instinct? Cool. All right. Yeah. Go for it. You need to give me a 12.
Cool. All right. Use a hope. And plus 2. 18 with hope.
18 with hope. You're able to ascertain that though this skull is aged, as you can see, it's like parts of it seem to be sort of weathered away over time, the scorch marks are fresh. So whatever burnt this thing, that burning wasn't what killed it.
Cool. All right. Yeah, he'll hold on to it a bit. Try to gather as much as he can recall from this skull. And then he is going to use his grim psychometry. I'm gonna first use a spell casting roll and just take a closer look at this subject, this skull.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. So what do you need to roll or anything? You just spell cast, you said?
I need to beat a 12 spell casting roll. Doesn't let me click on it and roll. What the hell? Oh, there it is. All right, I got a 14 with hope, so that succeeds because I need to beat a 12.
Yep. Okay, cool.
And now I will stress myself by 1. And essentially what he's doing is he's sort of channeling this energy inside him. And while examining this skull, he is triggering a vision of the most recent violence that has involved this particular object.
Yeah, okay. Cool. So the vision sort of blends with, like, it starts off to be something that appears in your head, right? But then almost moves from this sort of vision in your mind to being in your eyes as you see this. So do you see what's doing the violence, or do you see part of the violence, or what do you see specifically?
It basically reads, on a success, mark a stress to have a vision of the most recent violence involving the target, and until you finish a long rest, you have advantage on any action roll to recall lore about things in the vision.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you see a younger woman, right? She seems to be walking across this river, just like yourself, when a blast of fire envelops her from behind. And she's like rolling over, and then on top of her, this large white shape that you can't really make out what it is stamps onto her throat. And then everything goes dark.
Was it large in the sense of like a beast, or was it just large?
Very much beast-like, yes.
Okay. Cool. He'll hold the skull, and then he'll start crushing the skull in his hand.
Very metal.
And then he'll like sort of like put the ashes in the river and just give a little prayer, and start going about his way. Cool.
All right. Move as you like.
I just crossed the river.
Cool. You cross the river. And so you're sort of, as you're moving, you can catch in your peripherals here and there. So stop there. You can see bones scattered around. You see this part of the river, the bones seem to become much more plentiful. And across the river from you, you can see bodies. One of them specifically is scorched and seems to have been splattered on the ground somehow. See a large, like, pool of blood around the neck of this figure.
At this point, Alexon is starting to gather that whatever this is still around here. And maybe a fight is in his future right now. So he readies himself a little bit. He kind of like clicks his tongue and just kind of goes, I really did not want to get into a fight today. Fuck.
So as you get to that point,
yeah.
And you're like just walking across. Oh, can we not? I don't think we can use soundboards in the stage. Maybe I have to fix that. Okay, that is less than helpful. All right, noted. I guess I can't use my soundboard. As you're walking over to sort of the west direction, you can hear this slight buzzing.
Is it constant or is it like?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Cool. He will focus on the noise and start approaching it vigilantly.
Cool. It's definitely coming from across the river. Near the
side?
near the bodies, yeah.
I don't see the bodies. Oh, there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. He'll get back in the water.
The crunching of bones underfoot as you cross. You see immediately the woman that you saw in your vision. What looks like a relatively fresh corpse laying on the ground. The throat has been stomped on and basically is flat. You see a few other corpses laying around this area, but you see, more importantly, this one fly just sitting on this body as it almost turns to look at you. And there's just a moment, a brief few seconds, where you and this fly are just staring at each other.
All right. Alexon in his mind is just like, that's a very interesting fly, but he genuinely takes no mind of it at all, because he's like, what the fuck is a fly gonna do? He's very much from a time in his mind where things that kill you are very straightforward, or whatever is dangerous is very straightforward. So he'll just start walking to the body, in the hopes of just cleaning up the body a little bit, to pick her up.
Yeah, the fly sits there and just looks at you as you approach. Doesn't seem to move or react. It's just staring straight at you as you move towards the body.
He'll like kind of click his tongue and then take out his finger to flick it away.
Okay, are you gonna flick it?
Yeah, just flick it.
You flick the fly, and almost like flicking a wall, as it hits the fly, you like feel this immense pain in your finger, like you've just flicked this immovable object. As the fly is just sitting there, it pops up onto your hand and is just sitting on your hand at this point.
He'll kind of be a little ajar, and he'll step back. He'll put his finger where the fly is sitting, right up to his face, and look at it directly, face to face. And he doesn't know what to do. He's just staring at it, and he goes, "What are you?"
So getting a closer look at this fly, it looks like a horsefly, roughly, like just a slightly bigger fly. You can see though where its eyes would normally have the like sort of red dull color, they're like a bright blue. As this fly doesn't fly around, but just starts walking up your arm and walks up and then just sits on your shoulder for a second and then starts to move towards your ear.
Interesting creatures, but no, this is mine. Please go away as he starts like flicking it off and like moving his shoulder rapidly, trying to just to get this fucking thing off him.
Can you give me a strength 20?
Strength. Okay, cool. All right, fuck you. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, this is not lore. This is not lore. Never mind. Cool. I will use an experience, my
Mhm.
Spartan warrior experience. Just actually, no, I wouldn't. Why would I use it on a fly? Yeah, all right. I'll just roll a strength.
Mhm.
It's gonna be really bad. It's a 12 with fear.
All right. The fly crawls up your neck, over and into your ear canal. You feel this uncomfortable feeling of this fly moving through into your ear. And then it almost feels like it settles onto your brain. Then you hear the slight voice. Oh, that's much more comfortable.
Alexon, in this situation, would just give a little sigh, and then start walking under the shade of this tree, and just sit under this rock. He expects a very long conversation in his future. As he sits, he just goes, "So you speak."
I do, and thank you. The shade is lovely. Sorry to have intruded upon your ear, but this is sort of my normal habitat.
Your habitat being the insides of a person's head.
Yes. Well, one person's head, but this is now two, and it is lovely to meet you. What was your name?
The name is Alexon Solmes. I'm quite curious. I've been away from the land for 20 something years. I don't know. It's been a very long time. Are you like just are all flies like yourself? Is that what the state of this world is now?
Oh, 20-something years. So you're from the before time, before these new gods, then.
New gods. Okay, I think I know what that means. I think sure. Yes, new.
If that's the
Yeah,
case,
okay.
you might know me. Not many do nowadays. Not many I get the chance to talk to, at least. Usually, by the time I get to them, they're in that state, and you can see the corpse in front. My name is Metis.
Metis.
Yes, you may have heard of me.
Alexon has spent a lot of time in Spartan libraries and stuff. He's very educated compared to just fighting and brawling. Has he heard the name Metis?
Give me a knowledge, but you need to beat a 5. That's it.
Cool.
To recall the name. It's been a long time. You've been in hell.
19 with hope.
19 with hope. You sit back and you think, Metis, in someone's head. Oh shit, this is the Titan Metis that sat in the head of Zeus, mother of Athena. And now she's a fly and she's sitting in your head. This is an immortal being.
What would someone like yourself be doing as a simple housefly? I'm sorry to offend you if this was something that you were just some grand plan that you were working on, but it's very. Are you sure you're Metis?
Certain. And as I said, this is my usual habitat, but the last person that I was inhabiting is, well, no longer around.
What? And he like kind of just look at the woman. What happened to her?
Oh, I don't mean her. I mean him, and I think you know who I mean.
I do know what you mean. Where is he?
If only I knew. Well, he trapped me in his head. Not his wisest decision, but trapped me in his head. And he was out to hunt down some individuals one day. There was a fight. I remember that much. This was a while ago, 20 odd years, something like that. There was a fight. He seemed to have the upper hand, and then there was a light, a blinding light. And next thing I know, I was out and stuck in this form of a fly. And no matter what I do, I can't seem to shift back into myself. I'm stuck like this.
That's unfortunate, Metis. Hmm. I'm I'm sorry. I'm probably not the greatest of replacements, but I am in mood for some company. If you would like to stick around, I have no issues with that.
I may do so. I have been stuck in this desert for a little while and don't really know my way out, so I think that sounds good. You don't mind if I am a passenger for a while, at least until we
I
can figure out this lack of powers thing that is keeping me in this form.
I don't, and I assume you have no intention to harm me. But if you do, please let me know. I do have a few things that I would like to get done in this world before I kick the bucket, so to speak, again.
If you are willing to receive my advice, then I, of course, have no ill intent for you. I was a wise counselor to Zeus for a
If you
long
really are,
time.
if you really are Metis, then I could not ask for more wise of a counsel than yourself. Uh, I would welcome you greatly. But while we are here, do you know what happened to the women in front of me and all these other bodies lying around?
I do. I do, actually. I had to witness it myself. It was quite grisly. I suppose you're probably. Well, they knew of the creature that had attacked them, but I don't think you would. It seems to be in the time that. Well, what? The last 20 years, so. I don't think you'd know of them. Have you heard of Diomedes?
I heard of Diomedes.
No, you don't really know of Diomedes. Well, Diomedes owns 4 horses. These are the mares of Diomedes. They're not very nice. They're quite grisly. Is probably the best way to put it. Anyways, it seems that one of them has escaped and made its way over here, and has done this to these people.
A horse did this to these people. Horses attack people this viciously?
These ones do. They crave flesh, human flesh. They're not nice. Diomedes is not a good individual, apparently.
And creatures like this are common in these spots now.
I believe there are only 4 of these horses. It's a large white beast that seems to be able to breathe fire.
That's unfortunate. Looking at the body a little more, can I activate my grim psychometry again, just to notice any patterns in the scene to see if there's any traces that are leading somewhere?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, give us a roll, and you can give us advantage. You can add an advantage to that one.
Yeah.
Yep, go for it. Make your spellcast roll, I think it is.
Oh no, I have my spell cast, so I only need to do the spell
okay.
cast one, and
Cool,
then
cool.
I can just do this thing.
Yep.
So my advantage is a 10, right?
Yes, yes. Jeez, that's bad. 16 with fear. Cool. So you gotta remember every time you roll with fear or fail with fear. I can't remember. I get 2 fear. I think it's if you fail with fear. Might be if you just roll with fear. Fail with fear. Yeah, every time you fail with fear, the con of that having a D10 advantage is that I get 2 fear, or if I'm full of fear, you gain a stress. So it can be pretty rough.
Is
That's
that a fail?
Nope. That is fine. You succeed with a 16. So looking around, you can see like the odd, like you see parts of this body have been torn away. At least like majority of the meat on this body, it's like had ripped off in like big brutal chunks. You see the old bloody footstep moving sort of across the river and following it down. And as you do this, you hear this voice in your head. What was that? You have some interesting abilities.
Yes, I've always been blessed with these abilities. I don't know where I really got them from. There's this. I'll have to tell you about it sometime. I've led a very interesting life before I died the first time. Uh, if you're sticking around, I'd love to tell you about it, and maybe you can tell me how I got these powers in the first place. I've never really stopped and thought about them.
You've died before. Interesting. What's that like?
Uh, and he gets a little sad.
I'm sorry.
And he and he just kind of goes, it wasn't my physical death that hurt me, it was what I felt. And then he kind of just like fist bumps a little bit over his chest, his heart, and he goes, it's what I felt more than how it actually happened. I'll tell you about it another day, maybe, Metis.
You are very, very Spartan.
I will take that as a compliment. I appreciate that.
I hope you don't mind, but I can see your thoughts. I'm sorry for your loss.
He smiles, but sort of a bittersweet smile as he continues down the track.
Yeah. Cool. So you see the bloody footprints sort of drop into the water and disappear. It sort of leads you to believe that this thing's obviously traveled across the water.
He will follow it across the water, and once he gets to the other side, if there's no footprints, he'll just still try to examine if there's anything else that's odd about this area that stands out.
So making up the area, you see what looks like a path, that like a rock path that leads up into a sort of a more flatty terrain, and then you see what looks like almost like a little alcove just around the corner from that. You see crumbling rocks here and there, like there's debris across the ground. This is a heavy trafficked area by a large creature.
He'll start approaching it very vigilantly. By the way, Metis, can I keep calling you Metis, or do you prefer?
So you get to that point, and you see standing under the shade. It's not looking at you, thankfully, but you see this large white horse sort of just standing there. It seems to be like semi-devouring something facing away. You see, like, just as it breathes, fumes of fire blow out from the side of its mouth. This thing is a big horse. It is stocky. It's got this like ivory fur. It is just sitting under the tree, or standing under the tree, eating something. Sorry, you were saying, can you call me Metis? Yes, that's fine. I don't mind at all.
Maybe another time. I did not expect to see this creature right now. I will keep calling you Metis. What the fuck am I looking at right there, Metis? Is that the horse?
She's like, well, I would probably recommend not talking too loudly, but yes, that is the one of the mayors of Diomedes, from my understanding. I can tell you're strong, but maybe you should be careful. I've seen this thing eat a pretty solid amount of people.
And are you sure there's no other way around this, Metis? Do we have to kill the creature?
I suppose not, if you want to just walk away. But I do caution you, this thing will likely continue killing.
We can't have that. Uh, and he'll start approaching the creature, uh, watching his step. He's careful. He's
Yeah,
quiet.
give me a agility. No, not agility, finesse. As you're trying to be quiet on the approach, you need to give me at least a 15.
I am going to use my Blood Hunter Hope feature. And essentially, until I finish a long rest or take severe damage or use this feature again, I have advantage on all rolls against this target.
Yeah, sure.
So I will consume 3 hope. Finesse with a d10. Holy fuck. That's a good number, but it's fear again. 32 with fear.
Oh, wow. Okay. Big roll. 32 with fear. You definitely succeed on the sneaking up. You manage to step on parts of the rocks that aren't brittle enough to make any cracking or whatnot. And this creature remains eating.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get as close to the creature as possible. So can I get to the back?
You sure can if you like.
Cool. All right. He'll get right to the back of the creature. He'll start looking around the area to see if there's any more bodies, just to like sort of convince himself that he is going to strike this creature down. But seeing that, everything that he's seen before and how terrifying this creature is, he'll kind of give himself like an internal sigh, and he'll slowly take his longsword off his back. But while he's taking it, he uses his other hand to just sort of cut himself just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And he holds his caduceus pendant while holding his sword up, and the pendant glows just a little bit as I take 1 hit point of damage for myself. And he he strikes his sword down on the creature.
Okay, cool. All right. Give us an attack with advantage because it obviously doesn't know you're there.
I need to switch to my longsword. Advantage. Oh, what the fuck? 13 with fear.
Oof. 13 with fear. You bring the sword towards the back of this thing, and as it hits onto the back of its like hide, the sword almost bounces off. Just how heavy this hide is. And with that, its feet immediately fly back towards you as it attempts to kick you.
Cool.
It gets a 17.
That hits.
You swing your sword. It like hits against it, but whether it's just a bad angle or whatnot, the height of this creature is too strong. It bounces off, its feet fly back, and it kicks you for 14 magical damage. As it then
that, like,
swings around. It doesn't change anything. It's just this creature does magical damage. As it then swings around and looks at you. As it does, it turns and you look into this thing's eyes. Is there this like they don't have pupils as such. They're like golden orbs in this thing's head. There's completely a golden like eye in every way through. It's huffing fire and looks at you with complete like hunger and rage.
As the foot of the horse kind of comes right at me, I make sure to like brace myself with my armor as I see it coming. So that's major damage. My armor slot will sorry, but as soon as it hits, the caduceus pendant will just kind of flow right next to where the hoof was and make it minor damage, and then I'll use my armor slot to make it no damage.
Cool.
Cool. As I kind of reel back and looking to see if it'll attack again.
Alrighty. Nope, that is its turn. It starts looking at you, and you can see as its like mouth starts to sort of huff with fire.
Cool. All right. I guess this is it then. Stick with me, Metis, as he takes his sword in front of him and he cuts himself again and reduces himself by 1 more HP. And I'm going to activate my Crimson Right, which just gives me additional D6 on my attacks. Cool. And I will go to strike.
Yep, good luck.
With advantage again. Hell yeah. 24 with hope.
Nice, that will definitely hit.
And it is 14 damage.
Cool. Huge. That gets into its major as it takes 2 points of damage from that. Very nice. Cool. It is, I am going to spend a fear as it reels back from you hitting it. And it is going to use Scorched Earth as it blasts flames towards you. The ground with very close range of the point is the flame. Can you give me an agility roll? And you have to get a 14.
Cool. All right.
And it's a reaction roll, so it doesn't generate hope or fear.
Cool. Do I still get advantage because it's against the target?
I don't think if it's a reaction, I don't know if it counts, but we'll double check that afterwards. But yeah.
All right. I will spend a hope, my Spartan warrior training, just to get myself out of the way. So I will consume a hope, agility, plus 2 on top of my thing. 23.
Yeah, cool. So you managed to jump to the side so that only half of this flame will scorch you as it like manages to just burn across like the back end of your legs and not your body. So you will take 3 magic damage from that. As it like spews fire onto the ground and starts scorching the area. And you manage to just get out of the way in time that it just lightly burns you instead of full collecting with you.
Cool. All right, I'll take that damage.
Cool. I am going to spend another fear to use Relentless as this thing hops into the flame and like as you're like trying to move away, it bites towards you. It gets a 5 and misses completely.
As he kind of like swings out of the way, he's holding his sword. He's in his mind, he's just going, Metis, if you have any advice, I would greatly appreciate it.
Don't get burnt.
The All-Father must have greatly appreciated your counsel. You seem very wise.
I'm thinking.
As he...
Wait, lead it to the water.
Okay. I assume you have a plan. He'll start, like, moving himself back. Kind of like... Oh, wait, let me calculate this.
Yeah, you got up to 30 feet.
Just there. Cool. He will start moving himself towards the water, but kind of in like a goading way to see if the horse will follow him.
Taunting it, yep. It's like watching you very aggressively, and it is like, it will move when it's its turn, for sure.
Oh, okay, cool. If that's the turn, if that's the case, he'll swing at it, then move back.
As long as you don't roll with fear, then that should be fine. But if you roll with fear, then it's going to jump you.
Hell yeah. All right, cool. Attack. advantage and roll. Hell yeah, 23 with hope.
Nice, nice. Do some damage.
Damage. 12 damage.
12 damage, very huge, very huge. Still in its major. And then, yeah, you definitely shift away. You're 23 with hope. Yep, so you move your 30 feet.
Yep.
I spend a fear as this thing dashes towards you. Not literally dashes, but runs towards you. It attempts to bite you again. Actually, it attempts to breathe fire on you again. So give us an agility reaction.
He's gonna stand there and just take it.
Okay, cool. The fire blasts into you, and you only take 5 fire damage as the heat just like slams into your chest. Were you a
And I will-
normal person, this might do far more to you.
And I will armor slot to make that 0.
Cool.
And I just want to stand
Cool.
basking in the fire a little bit.
I use Relentless to make it attack again as it burns you. It sees the fire doesn't do much, and then it attempts to bite you. It gets a 22 and bites into your side for 8.
8 is just my major, but because of my lifeblood talisman, it is a minor.
Cool.
1. Yeah.
And that's back to you.
How's it looking?
It's looking pretty good. It doesn't look overly weak at all.
Cool. He'll go for a swing again. That's kind of all I can do. Let's see. Shadowed Grit. Cool. Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Cool. What'd you do?
Swing again.
Yep, cool.
16 with hope.
That hits.
17 damage.
Very nice, very nice. Good hit. That goes into its severe. It takes a big chunk from that one. It's starting to look a little bit worse for wear.
Can I attack again? Or?
It's still your turn, yep.
Cool. Yeah, gonna go for the swing again. Ooh, 12 with hope.
Okay. That does not hit. As you swing towards it, it rears up back. And this time, I'm going to spend a fear to use its other ability. So you need to give... Oh, actually, no. You don't get a saving throw for this. He just does a D8. So he's using Explosion. So spend a fear to erupt in a fire explosion. Make an attack against... Oh, so it still has to attack against you. Which it gets a 14, which I assume hits.
That hits.
Yep. So you take 1d8 magic damage, which is 3, but you are knocked prone. So you are now vulnerable. Yeah. As it gets up, it blasts with a fire blast. And to sort of like not take a full brunt of the fire, you sort of drop. Seeing you on the ground, it expends another fear and is going to bite down towards you. Now, obviously, with this attack, it will get advantage, so it is that plus 8d6. Yeah. You can definitely still armor slot that. I just need to roll a d6. It gets a 6 on its attack, so it doesn't hit as it's like chomps down at you while you're on the ground.
Cool. All right. Cool. What do I need to do to get out of prone?
So you can just, it's easier when you're a fucking a DM because you're like, I just have to spend a fear. But as a player, I assume you can just get up and move. I think.
Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. I kind of get up, a bit annoyed. Look at the horse. In my mind, I just go, that was quite uncomfortable, Metis.
Well, you aren't in the water yet, so, I mean, you haven't really followed my advice.
That's true. As he'll first get up. And he'll swing again, and then if he succeeds, he'll go into the water more.
Yep.
It's a 21 with fear.
Okay. Well, it definitely hits. Just then it's going to bite your ass afterwards.
But I am going to use my shadowed grit
Mhm.
feature. When the GM gains a fear from a duality roll, you mark a stress to gain a hope.
Okay. Cool.
So I will give myself hope. And damage is 11.
Nice. It doesn't hit. Oh, wait, no. Damage is 11. Oh, okay.
Damage is 11.
That is in its major, so it's a solid hit against it. You swing, and you start to see this thing like is bleeding, like all over different chunks of its body. Like you've slashed away at different parts, starting to like the flames coming out of its mouth are starting to extinguish a little bit. They're more like bursts of smoke, and it's starting to look rough. In turn, it attacks back at you. It gets a 13.
That'll hit.
As it bites onto you for 7.
Bites onto me for 7. That's minor. I will probably like make sure that as the bite's coming down, it's gonna bite off my like hand plate and use an armor slot.
Cool. I spend another fear. It bites again. It is 14 to hit as it bites you again for another 7. It loves 7s.
I will take the hit.
Cool. And it's back to you. She's like, are you going to get in the water anytime soon? Or are you just going to stand there and be bitten to death? You can tell me.
He's like really like tempering his thoughts and anger right now. He's like, how the fuck did Zeus survive with this thing in his mind? And he will go for a swing again. Advantage. Oh my fucking god. 25 with fear.
Yep, that'll hit. Means you won't get to move again, but definitely hitting. Medicine can give you an earful.
It's 14, but one of them is a 1, so I get to re-roll that. So 13 plus d6.
Yeah. I just read it as well. With clearing a temporary condition, you usually need to make a roll or something. So we're not going to obviously worry about that one, but in the future, be like, it'll be like, oh, you're trying to like roll out of its way as it's trampling on you. Use a agility roll or something like that for players. For me, I spend a fear, but for you guys, you just make a roll. Cool.
So that's 13 plus 4, 17 damage.
Cool. All right, 17 damage. Very nice. That hits in its severe. It's really starting to look rough now, but it is still going strong. It is going to, again, like, this is like no horse you've ever seen. Like, any other horse, one swing of your blade and it would have been dead. This thing is just tanking these hits. You see it reels back, ready to make another 2 attacks against you. The first one is a 15, as instead of a bite, this time is a hoof, as it like brings it down in your chest, and you take 5 physical damage. And the second attack is a crit.
Oh my god. All right.
As it is going to be, whatever this is, plus 10, because its damage is 1d10 plus 4. It is, okay, so you take 24 damage as it rolled a 10 plus 4. So you take 24 damage from this last hit. As it reels up, it brings one hoof, which you manage to sort of dodge like out of the way of, and the other one just slams directly into your chest. Meta's like, ooh, I did tell you so.
Just for context, because you can't see my stats, I have 1 armor slot and 1 HP left.
Oh.
But it's fine. So that's severe damage, right?
Yep,
cool.
Definitely.
I will, as that second like really fucking vigorous hoof is coming down, I'm gonna use. It's gonna like as soon as it like lands on my chest, my caduceus is just gonna warp around the hoof and like absorb most of that damage, making it major. and then I will put my physical force to stand my ground and use my final armor slot to make it 0.
Okay, cool. This thing, the two of you are like staring at each other, very, very rough, very, very injured. This thing, and you are both on your last legs, but it is determined to stamp you out before it goes out.
Oh my
You hear the
God.
voice in your head like, I really, really, really would recommend getting in the water soon.
All right. Fuck. Do I just get in the water? I am so screwed if I get another severe. Can I, in this moment, just drink my... No, I'm no bitch. I'm not gonna drink my health.
So she can hear your thoughts. She's like, drink the potion. Just drink the potion. If you have a potion, drink the potion. Why would you consider not drinking the potion? Are you an idiot? Did I move into the mind of an idiot? I think I may have. I mean, Zeus was hard-headed, don't get me wrong, but at least he didn't purposely get himself killed.
You might have met this. You might have. As he goes to swing again.
You fucking idiot. All right. Go for it. Go for it.
I'm going to use a hope Spartan warrior to make sure that I'm going to hit straight.
Yeah, so use an experience. Yep.
Yep. And I'm going to give myself my last, not last advantage. It might be my last advantage. Roll. Of course. It was fear. It's a 25 with fear.
Okay. As long as you do over 15 damage, you might survive.
All right, cool. I have, because it's my last, I only have 1 HP left.
Mhm.
My D6 die turns into a D8.
Yep. Nice.
Updating on Demiplane.
So just add it. Just roll a d8 separately, I guess.
Yeah, I'll just roll a D10, a D8, and then +3. Oh wait! Oh no, you don't fucking crit for double threes. Oh no!
How much damage?
9.
As 9 lands in its major, you slash across the chest of this thing, and like for a second, the flames go out, sort of buckles down, and you're looking at it with this sort of hope of success as it stands back up and just growls at you with this vigor and this rage. It's going to use its last fear, my last fear, to attack at you twice.
I am going to die.
First attack is a 7 and misses. As it's like swipes towards you, and Metis is like, oh my god, you're going to die. Oh my god. Oh my god. And its second attack is a 17.
That's going to hit.
As it slams into you for 14 physical damage. As this thing just jumps up and like almost punches you in the chest, and you fly backwards into the fucking river. And fall. Are you out of health?
I can't. Yeah, I'm out of health. I can't.
Okay, so as you're flying back and you land in the river, you have to take a death move. Now, what would you like to do out of your 3 options? So 1 is avoid death, where you'll fall unconscious. All right. 2, obviously, you can risk it all and roll your hope and fear. Hope, you get up with that amount of health and stress, etc., whatever you roll. Fear, you fucking die. Or you can go out with a bang, which I imagine you probably don't want to do.
Am I doing this? No. I really need to make this canon. Fuck me. Cool. What can I do here? So unconscious, I don't do anything. Is that what happens?
You fall unconscious, yep.
Okay.
But you also have to roll a d12, and if you get a 1, you get a scar.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Spartan Rage, risk it all. You guys are crazy. Risk it all, and then he fucking dies. And then I'm like, all right, Noxus, see you later, mate. See you later, mate. Now, we already said this cannot be canon. So if he dies, then at
I'm
least
gonna risk it all.
you're gonna risk it all.
I'm gonna risk it all, but I am gonna use my Orderborn dedication, as I kind of like try to stand up. I kind of just dictate. Fate has no power over me, and my hope die is a 20.
Oh, okay. All right. Good luck. Roll your D20 and your D12 and see which one is higher.
Please, 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 please. Yes! It's a 13 and a 2.
Oh my god. All right. Very good. This thing stands up and boots you into the water. You fly back, and as your body submerges and hits the ground, you feel this like surge of energy in your head. And Metis is like, come on. As you feel the health potion shatter upon impact on the ground, and the healing pool of water around you starts to revitalize you. So with a 13, you divvy that up between your health and stress and everything, and then your eyes open and you feel this rage, this Spartan rage, as you slowly crawl yourself out, reinvigorated, as this creature looks at you, and you can immediately tell there's this glint of terror in these golden eyes as you drag yourself out of the water, pissed off.
Hell yeah.
What do you do?
Question. When you say divvy it up, what does that mean?
So that 13 that you roll, you can then put that number into your health, your stress, whatever out of those two, I think it is.
Okay, so I can I have 7 and 2, so that's 9. So I can unmark everything.
Oh no. So it's just the it's just from the hope. So the 13.
Yeah, but my total health and stress is still less than 13.
Oh yeah, well then you can just clear the two of them completely.
Okay, cool.
I mean, the payoff is that if you get a fear, you fucking die. So like, it's a high risk, high reward.
Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah. As I stand back up, from the water, I just in my head, I just say, I told you I had the plan, Metis.
Was your plan be killed and have a potion shatter on impact? All right, well, you do you.
As I go to swing, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. Actually, no, I'll do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna swing, but I've lost my advantage and everything because I'm back to full health.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have my talisman anymore. I go to swing. I will use one hope for my Spartan warrior training, just to make sure that my hit lands.
Good luck.
Oh, crit! Oh shit, crit!
Holy! All right. So obviously with that, you have roll your damage, but then add the total dice amount that you would have, like, so if it's D20 plus 5, you add 20 plus a D20 plus 5. So yeah, so roll your damage like normal, and then just add a full dice amount onto it of whatever the roll was.
I cannot joke. Wait, I gotta screenshot this. It's a crit, and then maximum damage on the roll. I rolled a D10, and then add 10, so 23 damage total.
All right, how do you do this?
Fuck yeah! I will look at the horse. Kind of same kind of edict in my mind, and for a second, Alexon thinks back to his mentor, Androcles, and he remembers a saying from his past where Androcles said, "Choose your kills, Alexon," and he will take his sword, and as he takes his sword to the neck of the horse, the blood that was around him, even though it healed himself, kind of just covers the sword, and it turns into this crimson long blade, and he chops the head clean off.
Nice, yeah. You bring the blade across as the smoke sort of covers the area around you as this horse like gasps out. The head separates from the body as it slumps to the floor dead. You have successfully killed one of the horses of Diomedes.
Cool. All right.
Stand
yeah.
there feeling a little bit shaken by the situation as you basically almost just died. um, he's gonna hover in the air like that. I'm just gonna delete him. Boom. His body lays just dead on the floor. He's standing there, just like still hit with this like high of fucking adrenaline. Like looking at all these new, freshly healed up wounds on your body, all these new scars on your arms and whatnot that have just closed up as quickly as they were made, and you feel very successful. You hear the voice in your head like, I honestly, I don't think you should have survived that. Maybe would have taught you a lesson. No offense, but you brought that one on yourself.
He'll kind of look at the rest of the horse that's on the floor, and he just chuckles back to, fuck, I forgot her name. What?
Metis.
Metis. He chuckles back to Metis and he goes, I had that under my control the whole time, Metis.
I can read your thoughts. I literally can read your thoughts.
I did not expect this full understanding of this bargain. I might have fucked myself here. That's all right. I had it under control, as you can see, Metis. But anyways, back to our trip to Delphi, or mine, and which you're tagging along. Before we do, just something I need to do, if you don't mind. As he picks up the head of the horse that he kind of like fully cleanly cut off, he'll cross the river back to where the bodies were, over to this tree, and he'll plop the horse's head on the floor. He'll start pulling the fresh-ish bodies, whatever is still lying, together, and he'll start like making a pile, and then he'll take like a stick, which I assume he can find in the forest.
Yeah, there'll be a twig somewhere.
Yep. Well, he needs more than a twig. He's looking for something sturdy. Okay. And he just kind of plants it on the ground in front of the bodies that he's piled up, and then he'll take the horse's head and then stab it into the stick.
Jesus.
Wood, and then he'll light a fire on the bodies to burn it, and he'll do a little prayer.
All right, you make this like altar, like bonfire of the corpses and the horse head, and set it ablaze. And takes a little bit of time, but the fire burns away. A few hours pass. Starts to get closer to the afternoon. You do notice, like, as the flesh burns away from the bodies. Let me just do this. Boom, bonfire. Cool. I think it's in camping. Yep. Cool. As the bonfire burns and whatnot, the eyes of the horse don't burn. Instead, these two little gold, almost like large marbles, drop out and roll across the ground. Just on the ground. Not burning. They're these gold eyeballs that are solid.
He'll pick up the eyeballs.
Cool. Yeah, they're warm. They're warm to the touch, but surprisingly they don't scorch you. But they're hefty, and these feel like actual gold. Yeah, each of these is roughly worth a handful of gold.
Eyeballs. Horse. As he's like looking at the horse burning up, he's just conversing with Metis, and he goes, do you think I've made an enemy out of Diomedes, you said his name was?
Well, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
It's his fault for not tending to his horse, right? I am like completely in the clear here.
I mean, the alternative was that you die, which you almost did anyways. So I guess this is what else were you supposed to do?
Exactly. I think there really wasn't a choice. So make sure to converse that if it ever comes up.
I you are the one that will do the talking for us. I'm sorry.
You seem very wise, Metis. I would just like to reiterate that again. He does not think so at all.
Well,
He
when
says
you
it.
start listening to my wisdom, then we shall go on further from there. But until then, I will simply be a voice in your head.
And the last guy who listened to your wisdom, he's doing completely fine. Yes.
He did not listen to my wisdom, which is why he is in the position he's in.
Fair point. I will listen.
I hope so.
As he just stares at the fire a little bit. Before he leaves, he just gives a little prayer to the souls that were killed, and he will go about his way.
All right. You continue off out of the desert and proceed to continue making your way towards Delphi. And that is all she wrote. I shall end the recording there. Thank you very much. That is Alexon's Road to Delphi, the prequel episode before the campaign on the 22nd. We will see you all then. And boom.